Hi, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about some basic bowling footwork tips. And I think it's important to start by saying that accuracy in bowling is developed by good footwork techniques. So good footwork leads to accuracy. It's important to know that and trust that because I think oftentimes bowlers just walk up to the foul line thinking they can walk up any way you want to go. And if you're averaging 150 or less, you can help yourself a lot by developing some good footwork fundamentals. And so let's talk about a few of them and see if those are things that you can develop into your game if you're not already doing so. Number one, try to use your natural length of walking stride for consistent footwork. Your step should be maybe just an inch or so longer than your natural walking stride, so to make sure that you have good balance. If you'll notice when you're walking down the street, if you take just a little longer stride, you'll have a little power in your steps and you'll have some good balance for your upper body. So natural length walking stride, maybe just a short distance longer, is a good way to think about taking your steps when you bowl. Number two, a very good strategy is to keep your head and shoulders, your upper body, very stable and motionless while you're walking to the foul line. Number three, you should have a smooth walking motion to the foul line with a slight heel toe action on your first steps and leading into the final sliding step. Each step should match in pace or tempo from the previous one and be fairly uniform in length as we discussed, so you prevent any possible loss of balance as you walk to the line. You'll gain momentum as you're walking to the line and swinging a heavy ball with each step that you take, so you don't have to hurry your steps, particularly the last two steps, in order to make an effective approach. Number four, the slide step should glide into the approach with most of the weight balanced on the ball of your sliding foot initially, and then it'll end up with all the weight being uniformly applied to the heel and sole of your entire bottom surface of your sliding bowling shoe. And if you do that, then you're going to have a smooth slide to the foul line. Walking your lines is important too, because when you set your approach positioning in your stance position on a specific board and you sight on the lane at a specific sighting target, you want to walk the line to the foul line, try to end up on the same board where you started. That'll help you have a straight walking path to the foul line. And you have to experiment a little, practice a little bit. If you notice you're moving to the right or to the left of your designated sliding board, then you've got to identify the steps that are drifting you in that direction. Now, those are some important keys to help you become accurate, because if you slide on a board different than you intended when you first set up on the position, on the stance position, on the approach, then the sighting target you selected may be incorrect, and it'll be difficult for your hand to release the ball accurately to that sighting target. You might not get the ball motion as the ball travels down the lane to end up in the pocket as you're hoping it will, or to pick up that spare you're targeting. So walking your lines is important. You want to identify where you want to start, where you want to slide at the foul line, and where you're sighting. When you develop a little system like that, you'll be surprised how your accuracy will improve. And finally, as you're walking to the foul line and when you set up in your stance position, make sure that you keep a little flex in your knees. I don't use the word bend too often. I like flex. Get down there about an inch lower than you normally stand when you're standing straight up, nice and tall and erect. Flex your knees down about an inch or so and try to keep that flex all the way through your walk to the foul line, and you can even add a little bit more flex on your final sliding step. That will keep all the big muscles of your body in play when you flex your knees, and also it'll give you a real stability with your upper body to be in position to make a good bowling swing and delivery. We hope these tips help you. Don't overlook the importance of good footwork, because accuracy in bowling comes from good footwork. Thank you.